getting aboard the absolutely stunning 76 Nordhavn. Devin Zwick from Nordhavn has been gracious enough to offer to take us through, and he is going to do that right now. Take it away, Devin.
Welcome aboard. I'm Devin Zwick with Nordhavn Northwest. I'm our sales manager up here in Anacortes, Washington. I'm going to walk you through this 2010 Nordhavn 76 named Seacret. This is hold number 17. Let's go aboard. So we've got a beautiful aft deck here, cockpit settee seating. The current owners extended back this awning. And then we've got a sunshade that'll actually go all the way back and cover the swim step. So the current owners spent a lot of time in Mexico and Alaska. So it works great for keeping you out of the sun as well as out of the rain. We have twin walkways. Port side will take you up to the forward end of the salon, right at galley level. There's a bosun's locker up forward for cleaning supplies. Starboard side of the cockpit, we have dual electric grills made by Miele. Starboard side walkway will take you all the way forward, up some stairs to the bow. Continuing inside to the salon, beautiful bamboo wall coverings. I really like the raised paneling in the overhead.
It's beautiful.
It is. The contrasting colors are great.
And
loose fit furniture gives it more of a house feel.
what is the beam?
Beam is 21 feet.
You feel every bit of it.
You can. And that's even with that port side walkway.
Yeah, it is expansive. And the headroom, you're not a
I'm not a short person. I'm 6'4", so we're pushing about 6'7", 6'8" worth of headroom.
Easy.
Yeah. I really like this galley, how it's V'd out. It allows multiple people to be in here at once. The open communication between the galley and the salon, the dining room, the bar stools right here. From all my years on boats, it seems like most people congregate in the galley and up in the pilot house. So great entertaining space.
It's a gorgeous galley.
Thank you. Miele appliances, Sub-Zero fridge and freezers. Yeah, just the spaciousness, the light, really like it. Port side main level, we have a day head. Down 2 steps into the master stateroom. Center line, fore and aft bed. Desk to starboard, walk-in closet, starboard forward. His and hers sinks, large shower, separate toilet area in the head. So we'll continue back to the galley. We'll take the staircase down to the guest staterooms and the engine room. Really like the use of the horizontal grain cherry.
I was about to say the finish.
Yeah, the fit and finish, the horizontal cherry, the light wood, the dark ebony for the risers. Just gives it a
stunning,
beautiful, stunning feel.
almost like a Nordhavn.
Almost like a Nordhavn. So starboard stateroom, this is our VIP cabin. Queen size bed, ensuite head and shower. As with all things Nordhavn, the boats are built for world traveling, so safety comes at a big concern with that. So up here, these panels drop down, and there's an emergency exit up into the galley, or should something happen with the staircase.
Well thought out.
Yes.
Just stunning.
Portside stateroom. This is a large twin bed. Again, has an ensuite head and shower.
And I hope we pick it up. I mean, these are very, very spacious rooms.
Yeah, so again, with how tall I am, and again, we're down in the lower bowels of the boat now, and you
Yeah.
can still see that there's plenty of headroom throughout. Port lights, non-opening port lights, because we're about a foot above waterline here. So everything's sealed up, but brings in natural natural light. And then we also have a makeup fan that will bring in outside air on top of the heating and air conditioning system.
Excellent.
Stacked washer dryers, cleaning supplies storage, folding table for laundry.
Thought of everything.
They've thought of everything. So this boat has been run with a husband-wife couple crew for the last 6 years, owner-operators. The previous owner ran with a single captain from a maintenance and cleaning perspective, but this is possible for an owner-operator team.
And this is a 2010.
This is a 2010 hull number 17. And this series is still in production. We're up to hull number 29 now.
This is spectacular.
Yeah. Single main engine, MTU Series 60. It's 525 horsepower. Really like how everything's laid out here. Your fuel transfer, your fuel return, oil change. You've got a used oil tank, a clean oil tank, backup freshwater pump, main freshwater pump, 1,200 gallons a day worth of water making capability. This wing engine on our starboard side, that will push the boat along at about 5 knots. And it also has a PTO on it. So that's where our hydraulic power comes from for the bow and stern thruster, the windlass, emergency bilge pumps. The way we design our fuel systems, everything gravity feeds to a day tank or a supply tank. The wing engine is completely self-sufficient. So you transfer fuel to this wing tank and it's polished on the way. So if anything ever happens to the main engine due to fuel contamination, etc., everything that's transferred to the wing engine is filtered. And again, the wing engine has its own shaft, its own propeller. It's completely self-sufficient. Other manufacturers are doing hydraulic takeoffs where you're still turning that main shaft. So we feel if something does happen to your main prop, it's nice to have that separate prop.
I mean, Nordhavn is obviously known for their quality, but when you're inside one, it's everywhere. It's everything that they've thought through.
And again, with how tall I am,
Yeah,
I'm
the
touching.
access in here, and
It's
not a mechanic.
it's amazing. Yeah.
Would complain. That's for sure.
Seacret was retrofitted to lithium battery for the house section.
Really?
And there are 3 generators. So there's an 11.5 kW, a 32 kW, and a 40 kW. The 32 kW has a PTO pump as well. So this will act as emergency backup steering.
It's brilliant.
I love how everything's so easily accessed. All your battery switches here.
Yeah.
You could parallel. If one battery bank does go dead, you could switch between another. It's just, everything's been very well thought out.
And
Access to bilge space. These white clips are for storage boxes. These hatches take you up into the cockpit, the aft deck.
So this is accessible from the.
Correct. Ample space for storage. You see 101 spare Raycors over there in the corner.
Yeah, it just goes on and on.
Yeah. This boat is set up with a Atlas system, which will take any power source, any voltage, any frequency, convert it to what the boat runs off of, which is 240, 120, 60 hertz. So this boat could go to Europe, hook into 50 hertz, 480 volt, anything like that, and convert it. Years back, I used to engineer on a 145-foot boat. We traveled the world, and while the engine room was bigger on that, this is equally as easy to get around and work on things. So
As an engineer?
as an engineer, yeah.
Okay, yeah. You would know.
I would know.
No, it is.
This wing engine is what we used to have for generators on the big boat. So
Sure.
very familiar with that.
No, that's what you're struck with. It's just how accessible everything is as soon as you come in.
Sight gauges for your 2 engine room tanks. Everything's nicely laid out. You can pressure test your forward tanks for how much fuel you have. Easy access to everything. It's just, I love it. All right, let's go upstairs back to the galley, and then we're going to go up to the pilot house. So Nordhavn builds forward pilot house versions and aft pilot house versions. This particular boat is an aft pilot house, which means your tenders and toys are up on the bow in front of you. I like to think of boats as a pendulum or a lever. Whatever happens in the front, the opposite happens in the back. So if you're in a heavy head sea with an aft pilot house, you're sitting farther aft, which means you're going to move less. Seacret's running a great complement of TZ Touch, Time Zero, Maritron, Axis cameras. Everything's extremely well monitored on board.
Yeah, this is quite a helm.
I like how nicely everything's laid out. So you could select between different hydraulic controls, turn on your ventilation. You see immediately if a bilge pump turns on. Everything's just really in your face and easy to monitor.
The layout is just phenomenal. You've got this expansive
Settee, again, as I
settee
said earlier, the galley and the pilot house seem to be where people congregate.
Sure.
So the amount of people you could fit up there, that table folds together in the center to make a large dining table.
This helm is beautiful.
Thank you. So we already saw 3 staterooms down below, 2 down below the master main level. Up here we have a captain's quarters, which is a captain's quarters in name alone. It's a great quarters for anybody.
VIP on any other boat.
VIP on any other boat. Hanging locker, direct access to the head, so it's an ensuite head. Or this head could be treated as a day head from the pilot house. One of the really neat things that I like about this layout and what I like about Nordhavn in general is when we build boats, if you could dream it, we could build it. So this particular bed, this desk will fold up. This cabinet is actually on slides and will slide all the way up against the forward bulkhead. And then the bed slides out as well and has a leaf that fits in. Wow. So it's a great twin bed right now, but it'll fill into a full bed. Yeah.
Incredible.
Amazing. Anybody here can stand up and see out the bow, out your pilot house windows.
Just very, very unique and just the innovative design of all of it. It's just stunning.
It's a beautiful boat.
It's in a word, yes.
In a word.
Great nav station.
Nav station. With Starlink these days, this could be a home office. Working remotely is becoming a bigger and bigger thing on large boats.
Sure.
So out on our Portuguese Bridge, we have wing stations both port and starboard side. So when I brought this boat into the show, standing here, you've got amazing sight lines. You can see your bow, what's in front of you. You can see how far you are to the boat next to you. And the walk between the two stations is 6 steps. So I was able to bounce back and forth and check my distances. Yeah, it's just an amazing boat to drive.
Oh, the sight lines, everything, just incredible. 2 tenders.
Yeah, if you take a look from here, you can see the sight lines all the way back. You can see back to your swim step. This is truly a 2-person boat. 2 people can operate this boat. Between our Portuguese wing stations, port and starboard, we've got a pantograph hinge door, which down 2 steps takes you to the bow. We've got a 3,500-pound davit. Port side, I believe this is 19-foot Walker Bay. So you've got adequate space, adequate lifting capability for a large tender. Starboard side's a 10-foot with a 15-horse outboard for beaching. Deck boxes for whatever you may need. As you can see, there's power up here, so the tender stays on a trickle charger, always ready to go. The hatches are beautifully outlined in stainless steel. Just kind of everywhere you look, it gives it that extra little pop.
It sure does.
So one step up to the anchor locker, we've got twin Maxwell 4500s and twin anchors. The Freeman hatches give you an amazing amount of space down below in the chain locker, but it's also a great place for long passages. We'll put trash bags up here. If you can't get ashore for a week at a time, you could leave all your trash there and away from living.
Yeah, brilliant.
This Marquept boarding ladder will clip in on either starboard or port side, go down to waterline. So as you launch your tender, you could get your tender just above waterline, climb down, step in, unhook, and be on your merry way.
If it gets you anywhere, ship.
Yeah. It's an amazing view from here looking aft.
Yeah.
So from the boat deck, we have this staircase starboard that we pointed out from the cockpit. This would be your starboard side walkway. Makes it easy to run lines between stern and bow. Once you're off the dock, lines could be brought up through here, stored up in the bow.
And this is a 2-owner boat prior to.
Correct. So the original name of this boat was Eliana. The second name of the vessel was Avedon, and those owners ultimately moved up to a 96. So
Why wouldn't you?
why wouldn't you? So if we walk aft, another feature that I like about the Aft Pilothouse, when you're anchored out, you're primarily going to be bow into the wind. So we've got a seating area behind the pilothouse, which will be protected. So a large day bed back here that pops up into a table as well. Safety standpoint, direct access for the life rafts to go overboard.
And the quality of everything. There's cushions, everything.
The materials used, it's just everything's over the top. Going back to the boat spending some time down in warmer climates, this drops down as a shade. We've got one more deck to go. We'll come back into the pilot house and go up to the Flybridge. Flybridge level, you've got another full ensemble of electronics, engine controls, thruster controls. We can keep an eye on the weather. We're currently at 13 knots, 12 and a half knots of wind.
Is that all?
That's it. Feels great settee area, a leaf that folds into this table, secondary barbecue. We have a number of people who will enclose this with isinglass, and it makes this a four-season cruising boat.
Sure. Look at the vision. I mean,
The sight lines, again, you can see your bow beautifully. We've got cameras integrated in, so even from up here, you can see what's happening in the stern. From a privacy perspective, you've got a great sun deck that is out of the lines of anybody else seeing you.
I can't tell you how impressive this is.
Thank you.
It's just breathtaking.
So the main engine that we saw in the engine room is dry exhaust. So your exhaust exits from this stack up top, which makes everything inside the boat extremely quiet while you're running.
Yeah, I love this. This comes out. Oh,
Yeah. These bars as well. There's another shade that will come back to cover this area. I can't say enough good things about this boat. It's just, they're amazing
can't.
boats. They're so much fun to operate, so much fun. They'll take you places that no other boat will. So
Absolutely. Which is what Nordhavn's known for, but it's just something, this is absolutely so well thought out and absolutely finished beautifully. Just really, really stunning. Devin, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to take us through, and it's not a secret anymore. It's a absolutely stunning Nordhavn 76, and we can't thank you enough. We'll have contact information to Nordhavn to you in the description, and please feel free to leave comments and let Devin know. Let us know what you think.
thank you very much. It was a pleasure to have you aboard. Thank you for visiting the Anacortes Boat and Yacht Show in 2024. The boat lives right here at our docks. It's easy to show, so give us a call, come on up, and happy to chat boats.
Fantastic. Thanks again.
You're very welcome.
Take care.